When I was 15, I went to a restaurant with my mom, and they had a revolving door out front, and I didn't have a lot of experience with those. So she went in first, and I panicked and jumped to the same stall as her. And that's the worst decision I've ever made in my life. Because we were two big people, I ended up dry humping my mom around a half circle.
Think about it every night. Don't let this house fall down. The Lord left long ago.
I knew I screwed up right away, too. Because the second I got in, she was like, ugh. Oh, God damn it, Michael. I was like, you think I planned this? This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. The walls are made out of glass, too, so the whole restaurant saw us do this. Like, check out Oedipus and revolving door over there. We were wedged in there so tight that we popped on the other side and just had to have the most uncomfortable dinner of all time. Well, I guess we're not making eye contact for 5 years. I was thinking about that the other day, though. If that wasn't my mom, that would have been one of the best dates I've ever been on. Right? If it wasn't my mom, we fooled around a little bit, and then she bought me dinner. Get the fuck out of here. And she drove? I'm gonna get fucked up.
I am at the airport. It's Wednesday morning. I got up at 2, went to bed at midnight. Didn't really fall asleep until about 1, so I'm really on about 1 hour of sleep. Flying to Miami, get there at 9. At 11, I am boarding a Greyhound bus to Key West, so I will be in Key West at 3:30. Hopefully crash for a little bit. I am hosting for Tom Dustin, who will be hosting the rest of the week. Tom is one of my favorite people in the world, legitimately. One of the funniest guys I know. Joe Licious did a documentary about him. He's the mayor of Boston comedy. Now he is the mayor of Key West. We always have a blast. We always drink until 3, get up, they drink. It's gonna be a lot of drinking this weekend. I'll probably break my camera and ruin this whole thing in my whole life. I can't wait. All right, I got in about 3:30. I took a bus from Miami to here, rode the Greyhound, and it was pretty sweet, actually. Flights here are very expensive. So what I have done in the past is rented a car and flown to Miami or Fort Lauderdale. I just took the bus this time. It's cheaper, and really you don't need a car here. They give you a bike, and really you can just bike around town, which is what I've done every single time. It's a bike-friendly city. I'm hosting tonight. Tom is kind of the house MC here. He hosts every single show. Do a little role reversal where he is headlining and I am hosting. And from the second I met him, I was like, oh, that's one of the funniest guys doing comedy. He's got an album called Dangerous Now, which on a drive down to Florida, I popped in with my brother, and he was dying from start to finish. I haven't seen someone laugh that much at an album, top to bottom, since Dave Attell's Skanks from the Memory, which is probably the greatest stand-up album of all time, in my opinion. So excited to hang out with them, work with them, have a couple of drinks, get weird, start a gang war. You know, whatever we do down here is really none of your business up in the mainland. I gotta be at the club soon, and I got a bike over there, bitch. I'm sorry for calling you bitch, but I gotta go. I'm very stressed out.
Hey, how we doing tonight? There we go. Okay, good crowd. We used to have a computer room in my parents' house. It was right at the top of the stairs. It was right next to my parents' room. It was where we all masturbated. Where we all jerked off. Individually, I should say. My dad didn't just ring a dinner bell like, let's go, boys! We only got 30 minutes on this AOL CD, so get on up here. Wash your hands and don't look at each other. No, we did it by ourselves. Now here's the problem with a computer room. You can't shut the door to it. Because why would you ever need privacy if a computer is the only thing in the room? Because your dick's out, that's why. It's too obvious. If you shut the door, you might as well just hang a neon sign outside that just says tug in it. Just got a tugboat captain on it pulling a whistle. So what I would do is I would leave the door open. I would listen for the stairs to creak so I knew when to put away. That was a good system, but I think my parents caught on because they started to walk up the stairs as slow and as loud as they possibly could. They'd be at the bottom like, oh. All right, here we go. These bad knees. Oh, hey, dog, halfway up the steps, what are you doing? Well, I'm going to step over you, walk by the computer room, and I hope I don't see something. that ruins my relationship with one of my sons for a while. Whoa, give me 3 steps, mister. 3 steps towards the top. And I'm gonna walk by the computer room and, oh, hey, Mike, we didn't even know you were here. That's actually a good piece of advice. If you have teenagers at home, you should be as loud as you can all the time because they are masturbating all the time. They're pretty glad you're here right now.
Thursday morning, I'm in the Comedy Condo, Comedy Keywest, which for my money is the best comedy condo in comedy. They give you a bike so you can get everywhere relatively easily. The one thing is that I will hit my head up here at least 3 more times this weekend. Other than that, beautiful. Show last night was fine. Why? What'd you hear? Did you hear I didn't do well? I'm not the best host, and the crowd was a little weird, very old and conservative for Key West, which was strange to me. But they were fine, they were fun.
I think that messed me up permanently though, because now I'm very quiet during sex, because that's how I masturbated for so long. I'm so self-conscious of it, I hate it. One time I got drunk enough to build up the courage of dirty talk for the first time, so it was just like, "Gang like that!" She was like, "What?" I was like, "Nothing, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shouted at you." Just go back to being weirdly fucking quiet. Sorry about that. I started to do it more, but I was new at it at first. I had hesitation in my voice. That's not sexy. No one wants to hear, "Yeah, you like this dick? You like that dick? You like it in your vagina? Is vagina okay?" I don't know. A lot of women are weird with a certain word. I just don't know which one's yours yet. No, I can't say moist. I found that out the other day. I was dirty talking with my girl, and I was doing a good job, actually. You know, I was talking some serious shit. I was getting her all creamed up. I just want to point something out. I said moist, and I heard a bunch of groans. And then I just said all creamed up. And those same women are just like, "Yeah, that's okay. That's what it's like." And I want you to think about some stuff, because all creamed up's the grossest thing I've said so far.
There was no comedy scene here before the club was here, so they kind of created the comedy scene. And because of that, they don't have a lot of comics that do longer sets, but they have tons of comics that do very strong shorter sets. They have Tom go up, and then they have other comics do like 5 to 10, and then the headliner. And so 4 other comics come up last night: Tommyboy, estherku, and then Caleb and Aubrey. They did sets separately, and then Caleb and Aubrey did one thing together, which was really fun. And then I brought up Tom, and it was great. I did want to point out, because some of the guys are younger, what Tom generally does, he does material in between the comedians in case the crowd kind of went down a little bit, so we warmed them back up. And he was like, "Yeah, feel free to do that." And Tommy did a bit that worked really well, and I was like, "Oh, I have something similar to that. I'm gonna piggyback on that." And so I went up and did my bit, and it did not do well. It actually brought the crowd down further than they were when Tommy got off stage.
Tommy was talking about politics. My dad always used to pick political fights with me, and he became this guy who was a hardcore Republican who also believed in holistic medicine. And my brain didn't know what to do with that information. And he'd be like, "Ah, Mike, they're trying to bring Sharia law over here," while he was wearing a magnetic bracelet that was supposed to help his back. So confused. I was like, "Dad, are you a wizard? What's going on?" I'm not political, so what I would do is I'd deflect by pointing out the ridiculous shit he was wearing. He'd be like, "Well, Mike, it's a welfare nation." Like, "All right, well, you have Crocs on, and we're going out to dinner. Those your dress Crocs? Why are you wearing those?" And he goes, "Well, these gays, they're gonna bring the next Sodom and Gomorrah." I'm like, "Well, maybe these gays should teach you how to dress, because you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt and an Indiana Jones hat, Dad." It looked like he was just walking by a thrift store as it was exploding. And all these random clothes just landed on him. He's like, "Oh yeah, this looks great. Throw some Crocs on, we can go to Cracker Barrel."
That sucked. But then I brought the next comic, and the show was fine. Who cares? You know, I am not a good host. I know that. I never have been. I never wanted to be. I wanted to be the best comic, to get to the next level as a feature, and then to get to the next level of headline. So I never developed those hosting skills. But yeah, it was fun to do it. I haven't done it in a long time. I used to do it about once a month in Chicago. I ran a show called Best Night Ever with 4 other comics, and we would take turns hosting. Today, I am uploading the video from last night. I gotta do some trimming because I recorded the whole show instead of my set, which was unfortunate. I'm gonna meet up with Tom. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a good time in Key West. That's all I got, man. I'm doing my best here.
Well, it's not like we don't try. It's worth it every single night. Don't let this happen.